Tamer, thank you very much for making time. And Valerie, maybe you want to show her the face and say hi to everybody. We did want to get her involved. Come and just say hi. Just try to say hello. There she is.
Oh my goodness,
Okay,
I'm so
as a
sorry.
team, that's okay. So first of all, congratulations. You guys say you just got married.
Well, thanks, Perry. When we say just,
How long ago?
about is it a year ago?
November.
Guys, this is a lesson for you right now. I just asked my wife how long we got married, so I should have had at least a rough idea, if not the
Yeah.
date. So
Okay.
I'm in trouble when I get home.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, so let me introduce you first. So before we get started, I just want to say that thank you for making time. You guys, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
So I like to interview people I find very interesting, where I can learn a lot. And what I loved about you is you are giving so much value. Like, I've been buying online courses, I've been doing a lot of things online, and I've never really find someone, because there's a lot of people say millionaire trading a Lamborghini and
Wow.
all of this crap online. You don't really struggle to trust. And I never had someone I met face to face like, wow. And you made me understand it. I've got a lot of things to learn. And I got so much value on face to face. You the most, my opinion, valuable that I ever be able to meet. And thank you very much for making this.
Well, Perry, that's a great introduction, and thanks for that. It makes me feel good. So, having said all that, just after realizing how much value I gave you, I'm going to send you the invoice in
thanks,
the
man.
mail. So, got to make sure there's some credit there.
Thanks, man.
In the form of
Thanks,
payments,
man. I
yeah.
appreciate it. So,
And by the way, there are a lot of people who make these ridiculous claims. So,
Yes.
and so that's what we have to protect some people.
Yes.
And a lot of people, they have the dream.
yes.
They believe these people, not because, it sounds believable, because they're desperate.
Yes.
So, I feel like, you don't have to do that to help people.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
will get rewarded in the long term.
Yeah. Okay, so just to give you an idea, just a quick biography of yourself. You're born and bred in Sydney?
No, actually.
Where are you from?
I'm born in Turkey, Istanbul, Turkey, and I came here when I was 3 years old.
Wow.
So pretty much, I'm an Aussie. So
Yeah. Born in Istanbul since you were 3 years old.
I came here at 3 years old. So
Okay. And you moved, did you have any brothers, sisters?
I have one brother. Yes.
Yeah.
That's all.
How was your childhood? I don't want to get much into the details.
Childhood. Okay. I was loud at home, quiet at school, but things started turning. Changing. So my family knew I was a little crazy all the time, and I didn't stick to the norm.
Yeah.
They knew this guy. He's got some type of future. It's gonna be loud.
Yeah.
But we don't know what it is. So which helped me, which influenced some of my decisions, which I'll probably get to later on if you ask me further.
Yeah. Okay. So you were kind of crazy at home, quiet at school. Okay.
Until I got to high school, and that started changing. Until when I started going out more.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's when you start to be cool. You start to find yourself. Okay. Very nice. Okay.
Until I started realizing girls were the number one priority. Sorry,
there
sorry,
you go.
wife.
Okay. So after that, you went into school, and which one was your first job?
Well, this is where it got interesting. My first job, I was going to get into computer programming because I loved numbers. I was always good at maths.
Okay.
But one of my uncles said to me, and I'll never forget, or family friend uncles, and he said to me, Tamer, you should become a cop. I think you'd be good at it because I'm always getting into fights. I like to, mucking around. And I said, oh, interesting. And so at the same moment, one of my other family friends said, oh, you can't be, it's too hard.
Yeah.
And I don't like people telling me I can't do something. So I joined just to prove him wrong. So my first 5 years, I was a cop.
Wow. Okay.
You did not know that, did you, Perry?
No. So 5 years. So from 18, 19?
19. I joined when I was 18 and a half. I was too young. I qualified and went through the tests and all that.
Yeah.
And I had to wait till I was 18 and a half before I can go to the police academy, which was in Goulburn. So I was very young.
Actually, I mean, I studied sports science, and I
Yep.
was in the middle between join the army or sports science. And my dad was forcing me Italian old school. You need to get a degree, Okay, because I was seriously getting into that path, cop, army. I've always been like a sport guy, martial arts and stuff like that. That's so interesting. What did you learn in the 5 years as a cop?
But I hated paperwork.
Really? It's not. I imagine police like with the gun,
No.
saving the world. I was like, okay, that's a cool job.
Look, I'm not going to lie, Perry. I joined it for fun, Do I believe in the law? Of course I believe in the law. But,
Yeah.
when you're 18 and a half, 19,
Yeah.
they give you a gun, they give you a fast car. Obviously people look at you in a different way, and also if I got into fights, I knew the law was behind me, so I wouldn't get in trouble. But I only intend to stay in a couple of years. It was just to prove people wrong that I
Yeah.
can do it.
Yeah.
But then I stayed a little bit longer than I thought, 5.5 years,
Yeah.
So I learned a lot
Nice.
from it. I learned a lot of life skills. I learned how to read people. I learned how to be more assertive.
Yeah.
So it did teach me a lot. The money was crap, if I can say that. I apologize if I can't.
Yeah.
But and
For all the cops watching, sorry guys, but we appreciate what you do.
yeah. But there was a lot of memories, fun memories, which I'm going to remember. And no matter how old you get, you remember some of the scenes. Some you don't want to remember. But there's a lot of people. And when you talk people think, oh man, because everybody has some dream of, like you said, either becoming in the army or having some action or a cop.
Yeah.
Because it's something that's exciting when you tell your grandkids or your nephew or nieces, they love it and they find it very interesting. So you have a lot of interesting stories to tell later on.
Yeah. Wow. What's the most difficult time you faced, if you want to share, when you were a cop? Like the most like, you went home like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore.
That never happened actually.
Okay.
Actually, the paperwork, because
The most difficult one is
exactly.
the paper.
I apologize, for my seniors from the old days. If I sometimes refuse to arrest people because I realized how much paperwork I had to do afterwards, so I gave them a caution. So
Okay.
difficult things. Look, for me, there was a lot of brawls. I loved it, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's why I joined. I joined it for fun. I didn't
Yeah.
join it to sit behind a desk and interview people. Sorry, that's a different interview.
Yeah, no, but that's fine.
But look, I don't want to ruin people's future, so I like to give people second chances. But
Yes.
sometimes the police force, they don't allow you to do that. They don't allow you to have discretion. You
Wow.
have a job to do. You've got to, some situations you have to arrest somebody, and you really have the power to ruin someone's future.
Oh my God.
So I had one person later on said, Tamer, you didn't have to arrest me. I said, well, when you arrest the petrol station 3 times in a row and you've stolen thousands of dollars and you're in front of the camera with so much evidence, yes, we do have to arrest you.
Yeah.
So
you have to record everything when you are.
back then, this was a long time ago, Perry. Remember, I'm not young so anymore. This was back in 1989, 90.
But now you have to.
Now everything's on camera. So,
Yeah.
back then,
You can like, hey, that's fine.
And I don't think, I did my job to the best as possible, but I do believe I helped a lot of people out.
Yeah.
Sometimes warning people is probably you're doing them a better service, and they'll never do it again. Because when you arrest somebody, you get them locked up. What are they going to learn? They're going to learn to become better criminals.
Yeah, that's so true, actually.
So-
I heard about it.
But when you give people warnings, and to an extent where I really scared the crap out of them, and I say to them, if I catch you again, it's going to be way worse. So I give them a really serious warning, and sometimes I got in trouble for not arresting. When I say
you were
not taking action, bigger action.
Yeah,
And so I knew my future wasn't permanent in the police force.
yeah. That was the next question. Why you choose to leave?
Well, first of all, the money isn't great, and and it's much better now.
Yeah,
I realize there's so much paperwork, and and even though
the paperwork.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I keep going back to it. By now, you know, I don't like paperwork, you know. But now it's everything computerized, like touch this, touch that. But people don't realize that back then, and this is going to make me sound really old, we had typewriters. And I was a two-finger typewriter. I don't know is there a nickname for it, Val?
Yeah.
The two-finger typewriters? Because I couldn't use my fingers.
Yeah.
You know, all my fingers. So, and in those typewriters, you had to press really hard to get that one letter.
Wow.
And then about a year later, I think the more electronic typewriters came in. Then the computer came in.
Yeah.
So things were changing. So maybe some people can have sympathy for me back then.
Yeah. Okay. So and how? And after that, what did you do? After 5 years of
okay, this is going to take a long time if we go through step by step. But I obviously follow in the same area. I was a private investigator for about 3-4 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Private investigator. Okay.
Yeah. And going back, one of the reasons why I joined the left police was because you were working shift work at all hours and the money wasn't good. Much better now.
Man, a lot of things I didn't know. This is becoming interesting. I think it's going to be a couple of hours.
Private investigator, at least you got paid better.
So.
And no one's your boss.
The police offer you that position, or you can choose. Anyone can, or you have to be a police.
It's private. No, you don't have to. You obviously there's separate training involved, but you know there's a license involved. So I was a private licensed private, but it's not with the government. You're private. But you're able to follow people, investigate, question people. You know. But there's limitations of a private investigator. But the thing is, the pay's much better.
Who hires you? Like you can investigate for like a company. It's like, oh, I am Mr. JP Morgan, and I invite you privately. I'm paying you to follow this guy because you have
absolutely.
You don't have to share the detail, but
well, first of all, we had a lot of regular work from insurance companies trying to scam because people love scamming insurance companies. Yeah. And some people hate me out there. You know, looking at the moment if you're watching this, but. We do what we do so people don't pay bigger premiums. Yeah. You know, so, you know, otherwise everyone's going to scam. So, but I get a lot of jobs from firms, you know, can you follow this employee? Can you keep an eye on this employee? Yeah. And I also get, a lot of my jobs were spousal cheating. Yeah.
Oh, God.
I think my wife's cheating. It happened so long. And do you really want to know the answer? Yeah. You know, so we had to get footage. Yeah. You know, so, you know, you had to go undercover surveillance.
Wow. Do you get good money in there?
It was pretty good money. Better than the police force back then.
Better.
Much better.
More enjoyable?
No, really. Some jobs were enjoyable, but then when you follow a girl for 8 hours and all she did was shopping for 8 hours, that was a bit of a torture.
Yeah.
Okay. That's like going with your wife shopping for 8 hours, and even though she's sitting right next to me, I'm too scared to look at her right now. Yeah. Could you imagine that? When I shop, I buy. Yeah. When you shop and you don't buy, it
takes a lot of time.
Doesn't make sense. Yeah, they love it, but I don't understand it.
That's okay. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I'm not a big fan of spending a lot of time. I like to buy.
Exactly.
But I don't like to spend much time to buy. I do my research, I go there, straight up, and go. Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay. Wow. Okay, that's so interesting. We can do another interview just on that topic. Okay. How did you get into trading? How did you get into... I know you played poker. You start to make some money. Like, what's the next step after private investigation? Are you still doing it? You're not doing anymore?
No, I don't do it anymore. Obviously, you know, because in school I was a computer programmer, so it was all about numbers. I knew my future was going to get back into numbers somehow. Yeah. You know, one thing good about this, life is. When you make a lot of money, you live comfortably. So I realized, okay, I've had my fun. Now I've got to make some money. Yeah. So poker, I've been playing ever since I was young. Yeah. You get good at it, or you lose. And people say, "Oh, isn't poker gambling?" Yeah. Well, it is gambling, but you're not playing against the house. So this is the one type of gambling where you're playing against other people. You don't have to be the best. You just have to be better than the average person. Yeah. And that's what trading is too. So I got into trading from poker. Because I had my regular card games with my boys, and I got one tonight. So
I'm gonna go watch it. I'm gonna spend some time with this guy. Okay,
you're welcome to come. You know, so.
Oh my God! Okay, no, keep going.
So our regular poker boys, you know, obviously, you know, it's not just about playing cards with each other, and you know, It's about talking to each other, you know. And one of the guys is a trader, full-time trader.
There you go.
And he wasn't working full-time, and the rest of us were working. He goes, and he said to me one day, Tamer, why don't you become a trader? You'd be good at it. Because I approached poker. I mean, you know, it's not gambling. It's science. It's a sport. That's World Series of Poker. The good players don't win always more often because of luck.
Yeah.
Luck. There's a saying. Luck is a probability taken personally.
Yes.
It evens out. A lot of people say, "I got bad luck. I got bad luck." Eventually, it evens out.
Is a calculation game where you remove. I don't know. I'm just thinking. Where you remove your emotion out of the equation and you just think logically, you play the probability game. Is that correct?
Well, emotions is bad for you in poker unless you know you can psych somebody out.
You try to trigger emotion to
That's
make
right.
them make emotional decisions.
And if you're not good at that, then you keep your mouth shut and you just play the cards, play the odds. But if you think you can outwit somebody by talking to them, get them talking because people when they're trying to bluff you, they can't sit still. They can't, you know.
The nervous system is
nervous.
like,
Things start
look at you.
things start twitching.
And you have an advantage because you've been a private investigator, so you can read body language. Your private investigation background helped you to read people when you are in a poker game. And this helped you a lot. Okay, how did you start in poker? Did you start online by yourself? You had a mate, you got a group. How did you start?
How does I poker? I can't remember. I've been, you know, playing some sort of competition games since I was even at school competing. So poker was a natural progression. And then I had a few games at the casino, and I realised, okay, I can read people through my skills as a police officer. Yeah. So, and also I was very good at maths, so I knew my odds. So there's couple of things you need to become a successful poker player. And once again, this is not against the casino, so the odds aren't against you. The odds are with you if you're better than average. So one, you need to know the numbers, the math, the odds. Every time you 2 cards and 3 cards come on the floor, what are the odds of and how many players? So numbers. Second one, the ability to read people because when they bluff you, and also the ability for you to when you're bluffing people, can you keep a straight face? Can you lie? We have to be good liars. Good poker players don't always get good cards. They represent good cards. So it's acting. So it's a psychology game, you know. So if
that's a good one. What did you say last one? You say they don't have good cards. They represent. What did you say?
Yeah. If you're waiting for good cards in poker, you're not going to make money. You can't make a living from it.
Yeah.
It's stability when, you know, it doesn't matter what you have in your hand. It's what you think the other person's got.
Yeah.
If you know he's got crap, yours might be worse. It doesn't matter. If you make it good enough, if you bluff him, you got him. So as long as you can read what the other person's got, play it that way. There's some good players don't even care what they have, never care.
Yeah.
They care about what they think the other person's got.
Got it. Wow. And do you use your own money or you got people, hey, use my money and win?
You know, I use my own money. Why would I make money for someone else?
Yeah.
For people who use other people's money, I never understand that unless it's really big amounts. So like, you know, if there's $1 million game.
Yeah.
But if you're playing in $1 million game, then your emotions are much more involved.
Yeah.
So never play in a game where the money is going to affect your emotions. Yeah. Make sure you have control. So just like trading, in poker, don't trade or play with money that you can't afford to lose, because it'll affect your judgment.
Yeah,
it'll affect your ability to bluff. Or what if I bluff and he wins, and if I lose his money, I can't pay next month's mortgage payments. So you can't do that to yourself. And a lot of people do that.
How can I ask you how much? How often you play? You play every day. You play a few times. So do you have I do I don't know.
Well, before I was playing trading, I was playing poker nearly every day. You know, either online until they banned it in Australia.
Oh, really?
So the Australian government, because Poker Star, some of these big sites, you know, the American sites, the Australian government wasn't taxing them, so they banned it. So last couple of years, we're suffering.
Oh God.
Casino was a good source. I used to go there 4 or 5 times a week.
Wow.
But then COVID came. Yeah. So luckily I was doing trading, you know, I mean, you know, so, because that was a good source of income. You can make a couple of $1,000s a week just easy, you know. But you have to be disciplined.
You can make a couple of grand a week.
Oh, quite easily. You
Wow.
you have to be disciplined. You
Yes.
cannot treat it like gambling. You know, you know. You
And
gotta,
how many hours you spend when you go there? Sorry for
That's
interrupting.
all right. Well, you shouldn't spend. I just like trading. I say to people, when you're tired, leave. You should not spend more than 4 or 5 hours. But if you got a good run,
Yeah.
if you got a table full of fish and you're a
Yeah.
shark,
Yeah.
would you leave?
Nah.
Exactly. Until they leave, I'm not leaving. Or until I make mistakes. The minute I make one mistake because of my stupidity or
Yeah.
tiredness or greediness,
Leave.
I leave. But sometimes, you know, there's an opportunity like trading. If you see a good trade opportunity, you take it unless you make a
Yeah.
mistake.
Yeah.
Very similar.
Wow, that's so interesting. You can make a couple. That's so like you can. That's one of your stream of income. You can go there, play 4 or 5 times a week, make a couple of grand, and
That's
you can
right.
have a decent lifestyle.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And what we do is just sharks avoid other sharks.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
So you
Just-
kind of know each other after you do for a bit.
You'll find out who the weak people at the table.
Yeah.
You just have to feed on them. And
Yeah.
I know it sounds bad,
Yeah.
but you know what? They're going to lose to somebody anyway.
Yeah.
It might as well be me.
Is there a club in Sydney that you kind of do a training things or like a little bit online or Reddit things where people can catch up and like, oh, let's work on our poker skills?
You know, actually, I noticed because I love YouTube. I like watching other people. I
Yeah.
like a lot of ghost stuff. But
Yeah.
sometimes I come across poker stuff.
Yeah.
There's some people who are got lots of followers online.
Yeah.
And they show their live hands that some casinos allow them because it brings more guests in.
Yeah,
And they show them how to have a take each hand, and they talk through it. So it is educational, and it's becoming really popular lately.
Yeah.
You know, like they 500,000 views in a few days. So
What?
it shows how big poker is.
Wow. Okay. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Last question regards poker after we move into
Yep.
trading. For someone, I don't know how to gamble at all. I never went into a casino. I have no idea, but I want to get the learning out of this. Someone like me, I have no idea. Okay, what would you suggest to learn? You go online and do practice a little bit. What would you suggest?
Great. But I first want to point out the fact that you don't know how to gamble is good because this is not gambling.
Yeah.
If you approach it like a gambler, you're going to
You
lose.
will lose. Yeah.
Approach it like a business. Have a plan. But you got to know your numbers. You need to know the game.
Yeah.
You need to know your product. Just like any business, know your product. Trading, know your product.
Yeah.
So there is a lot of sites that teach you. There's a lot of free information. No one should have to pay for anything for education anymore.
Yeah,
It's, with online, everything's convenient.
Yeah.
Whatever you pay for, you get just as much
Yeah.
for free. And just practice takes practice.
And after you do for a bit that you feel comfortable, you would go to a casino, you give a couple of tries.
You start small.
Yeah.
You're going to lose initially,
Yeah.
because there's going to
Yeah.
be a real good place. But you know what? You learn fast
Yeah.
or you get more money.
Wow. I know. Okay. Mate, great. Thank you so much for that.
worries.
Okay, now, you went there, you entered these poker things, and you met this guy say, mate, you should be trading. Is that Is that
His
correct?
exact words, Tamer, you're good at numbers. You know, why don't you should be, he said, I'm not surprised you're not trading. And it just took me a few seconds. Well, he's got a point. They're both very similar industries.
Yeah.
About numbers.
Yeah.
Poker, you know your number odds.
Yeah.
Trading,
Yeah.
you need to know your charts and you need to know, solve the problem.
Yeah.
Poker, you need to know your players, your competition.
Yeah.
Charts, you need to know, the market.
Yeah.
So it's very similar, and you need to have discipline in both.
Yeah.
Bad discipline.
Yeah.
You can't lose your emotions. Can't lose your control. You'll lose.
Yeah.
Because when you get angry in poker,
Yeah.
you try to catch up, you try to go after somebody,
Yeah.
somebody's coming after you because
Yeah.
they see your emotions. Trading, anybody who doesn't trade with proper emotions
Yeah.
is going to get smashed. So
Wow. And how did you start in trading? Like you went by yourself and like, oh, let me see this chart.
well, my friend said, I said, well, what do you recommend? How do I start? Just like you asking about
Yeah.
poker. He recommended 3 books. I bought those 3 books. To be honest, I can't remember those 3 books. It was about 20 years ago.
Market Wizard. I don't know if you walk down the Wall Street, something like that.
One was from a professional successful trader,
Yeah.
So, but I've still got them somewhere, and I did read them.
Okay.
I loved it.
Yeah.
And then from that day on, I never looked back. I just trained myself. I just kept reading, learning.
Yeah.
For me, poker, play cards, just reading people, and for trading, just kept looking at the charts.
Yeah.
Eventually, the chart tells you.
Yeah.
As a trader,
Yeah.
a technical analyst, they get all the information from a chart.
Yeah.
So if you look at enough, you
Yeah.
have all the information you want. A lot of people hear the news, fundamental news.
Yes.
But news is old. By the time it gets to you, it's good. But by the time it gets you, you might be late to act. But the chart is telling you the story as it's happening.
So get good to reading charts.
Read charts. A good trader is a person that you can utilize every piece of information, and also the time of the information is very important.
Yeah.
So I just did research. I practice,
Yeah.
and people can practice with demo accounts. And the problem is, like before we said, a lot of people want to get rich quick.
Yeah.
Can people get rich quick in trading?
No.
Not without luck, and it's not going to last. So trading is, and people may say trading's easy. No, nothing's easy. It gets easier when you practice, when you train, when you get the right education, right experience, and when you're patient, right mindset. There's so many factors. It's not hard.
Yes. Wow. And what do you think of ETF, like, index funds? What do you think? For example, I have ETF index funds and I just dollar cost averaging. I know the return is 8 to 12% per year. Big companies, S&P 500, you just, keep putting money in there. But I want to move more into a speculation part, which is more of a trading, Forex, or I don't know, get in and get out stocks, short like scalping or day trading or swing trading. So for you, I am at that level now, which is dollar cost average. That's it. But I'm learning and reading and blah, blah, blah. What do you think for me is the next step to actually move? What do you think, first of all, of day trading more in the stocks or day trading more in Forex? What do you think is a good training for me for the next step?
Well, day trading stocks is becoming more and more popular, and it's a bit safer, because you can do more research about the stocks, position, the future, the returns. Whereas FX is foreign exchange.
Yeah.
It's a very volatile market, so the risk is a little bit higher. I will say to people, leverage is one of the big things they say, advertise the advantages of how you can make good money. It's also one of the quickest ways where you can blow up your account. So I will never say people put 100% of your money into FX or high leveraged instruments.
Yeah.
So proportion. So couple of things every person should look at when they start. Look at your risk tolerance. How much can you afford to lose? I always say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Risk. Now, talk about that. Is that people say that don't risk more than 2%? What do you think? Do you agree? Do you not agree?
That is it's a common number. It's actually a pretty good number. It depends how much you've got. I mean,
say I've got 10K. I've got 10K in ETF. I'll let it compound it, and I've got 10K. I want to play around with a Forex and short-term, speculation to get more percentage.
Yeah.
What do you think should be the risk tolerance in the percentage?
Well, in the old days, the 2% was a good figure. Times are changing. The tools are getting better. The risk management tools are, improving as well. So, I always say, if you don't risk management your trade, you can risk manage your account. So you can maybe trade up to 3, 4, 5%.
Yeah.
Double your account, or make 50%, but then bank some of the profit, take some of the profit out and take it away. There's a couple of ways you can go about it.
So you're take a profit, get out and put somewhere else, like, I don't know, ETF or something like that. Okay, you put more, you compound.
So if you're going to go hard, if you're going to trade harder for some traders, every now and then, take some profits out in case you do blow up their account or it's damaged. So you'll
Have a safety net.
that's a safety net. So
Yeah.
and then you can always bring it back in again
Yeah.
and try again. So there's a
Yeah.
couple of ways you can go about it.
Yeah. So you would suggest like have a 3-6 months bucket savings, just in case stuff happen, and after that the rest, once you cover your 3-6 months expenses, start to play around with money where you can speculate
Well,
more.
exactly. If you've got a very good strategy and it's working well,
Yeah.
and once you've tested and it's going well, you
Yeah.
can afford to take more risk,
Yeah.
a bigger percentage.
Yeah.
As long as you stick to your plan. Don't say, oh, one big trade, one small trade. So the
Yeah.
plan is important.
Yeah.
You got to stick to it.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
So okay, you have a plan. Don't improvise. You have your
only improvise if the analysis tells you, not because of greed or fear
Yeah.
or this fat.
What's the most money you ever made in a day?
Poker or trading?
Poker. People want to know how much he made.
Well, one tournament I won, it was an online tournament. I think it was about 15,000 US dollars, and which was about 20,000 Australian dollars back then.
20K in a day.
Yeah.
Damn! Did you buy a gift, Valerie?
So we weren't together back then, I think.
Okay, there you go. You
Oh,
bought
that's different. She's pointing at a ring.
okay.
There's nothing wrong with buying engagement rings, when you make money.
100%, mate. 100%. I agree.
In trading,
In trading,
I think it wasn't much. I mean, because I'm more cautious because I think it's about 5,000 or 6,000,
made in a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. What most money you ever lost? Most money you ever lost in a day in poker?
Poker, most time I lost in one day is probably, $1,000.
And the trading?
Trading, probably about 2,000-3,000.
2-3K.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your daily structure, for example? Oh, you wake up in the morning, you go to the gym, as an example, and you go and you check your charts. 7 a.m. because the London things is opening, whatever you're doing, just to get someone you like. How much time you spend looking at the chart, you set the trade, you do the stop loss, and after you go into Forex account, what's your daily schedule?
Great question, and I can see my wife in my peripheral vision. She knows what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
She knows I check my phone, my trades just before I go to sleep, and just when I wake up.
Okay.
To see if there's any nasty surprises.
Okay.
What people don't know about me, some people don't know about me, I have trading robots that I've developed. So I don't do much manual trading.
That was interesting. Now
So my trading robots do all the work for me. I just check at night time to see how my trading robots would have performed.
Yeah.
And in the morning, how much my currencies move. So even if you have trading robots, you still have to monitor your trading robots to make sure they don't do it. Because if the market moves a lot, the trading robot can handle so much. Sometimes you have to sort of maybe pause it or interfere a little bit.
Yeah.
So I do check every morning and night.
Yeah. So are you trained by using? You kind of set them up the way you want it.
I build them. Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually interesting when you talked about it. I was like, wow, that's actually.
And it's not very hard.
Yes, I saw it.
And that's the future. The future is when I tell people trading is fun. You can make money trading.
Yeah.
And if you're making money, you don't want to be stuck in an office looking at the screens all day.
Yeah.
Times have changed.
Yeah.
Your robot can do it for you exactly under the conditions that you set at the parameters.
Yeah.
So, and anyone can develop these trading robots. Before, I can program, but I'm an amateur at that.
Yeah.
But I can build strategies.
Yeah.
So there's new software called building robots where you just have connect, draw, connect, and just fill in the gaps.
Yeah.
So it's like solving a problem, solving a Rubik's cube.
Yeah.
I'd probably sound old saying that.
Yeah, but
Yeah. So these robots, you can make it do whatever you want, and it can work all around the clock while you're sleeping. So many advantages, and it takes your emotion away from the gambling.
Yes.
I mean, from the trading.
For trade.
Yeah.
How many hours you spend a day on trading?
Not much. I wouldn't even say hours.
I
just check. Now I teach people. I'm an analyst, So.
And before, of course, when you were going through, because now into the learning process.
When I first started, I mean, even Belle doesn't know this. I used to be up all night trading, checking the charts. My eyes were so tired. You know why? When I first started, I had a lot of discipline issues, because when
Yeah.
you first get into like a new car, you don't want to drive fast. You're
Yeah.
breaking the law.
Yeah. Yeah.
So with trading, I was looking to charge opportunity after opportunity,
Yeah.
and I was taking too many opportunities, which
Yeah.
when I shouldn't have. So bad behavior was creeping in.
Yeah.
You learn the fast. You have to learn
Yeah.
fast, or you lose money.
Yeah.
So yeah, up all night.
Yeah, at the start until you learn all the process and you start to get better, more efficient, and you leverage I would say, robo and softwares will make you better decision. Okay, very good. Mate, someone like me wanna get into. By the way, do you do currencies as well?
I mainly do currencies.
Most of
That's
the
my
time.
specialty here
Why you do that?
because it's the most liquid market in the world.
More liquid.
And when something's liquid, there's more volatility. Volatility is good.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to move much.
Yeah.
When you're trading with leverage.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
much more opportunities.
Yeah. Do you do dividend stocks?
Not at the moment, but the firm I'm working with now, which I'm providing my services for, we are having stocks, and we're also having cryptos coming on board because it's exploding at the moment.
Yeah, that's another question I want to ask.
Yes, and so everybody's talking about it. Even my nephew's gone into it. My nephew asked me about, he's asking about Ripple and Bitcoin, and I told him to buy Dogecoin. He's made some money there.
So hey, that's a hot one. That's what you Dogecoin. Okay.
Well, you know why? Who made Dogecoin big? It's because the influencers. Elon Musk tweeted a few times.
Yeah.
And talk about
Do you think he's
influencers.
doing marketing manipulation, even Elon Musk?
I didn't want to say that. I'm glad you said it. So Elon, my buddy, my future buddy, if you're listening, I want to say, again, Trump does it all the time.
Yeah.
He gets away with it.
Yeah.
You think when he makes all his tweets last night, you think hasn't got his trade set up? I know I'm going to get in trouble for this one, but I don't care because it's true.
So Dogecoin, Ripple.
Yep. My nephew's bought it and he's very happy.
Yeah.
Although last couple of days not happy because there's been a bit of a downturn. And with cryptos, it's market sentiment, how people are feeling about the market at the moment.
Nice. One of the last few questions. What do you think about real estate?
Well, real estate is, it's a curveball for me. I don't do real estate, but if I wasn't doing FX or finance, real estate is an area which I know is a very big industry where people, if they if they put some hard work into it, it's not much differences. You got to do your research.
Yeah.
Which areas are getting better, improving, going up in value.
Yeah.
And getting in at a good price. Getting out if that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the only thing about real estate is it's for people who have more money. So FX is difference is because it's
you can enter.
There's 10 million retail traders, so you can with leverage.
Yeah.
With real estate, if you got money, it's a safer option, much safer.
Yeah.
And buy low, as you say, and sell high, but do your research.
So your days, you wake up, check your trades, you go to your trading firm where you're working at, and when you finish, if you feel like you go play poker, make an extra $500, $1,000.
Or, yeah.
Wow. It's a pretty good lifestyle, I guess. Okay.
But, I get tired sometimes, so sometimes I like my sleep, I like watching my movies.
Yeah, I know. Okay, fair enough. Okay. Mate, I think that was fantastic. We got so much value out of this. I'm going to put a description of this gentleman below, and he's giving for free for now. Okay, so what's the plan? Are you gonna do more groups like that? Because I know not many people really appreciate the value. I thought this was my first time. I was like, wow, I gotta interview this guy.
Perry, you said that you're exactly right. I've done a few of them. Some of them do appreciate it, but I wasn't making any money from it. It was, and I wasn't trying to sell anything.
Yeah,
because I don't need.
That's what I like.
Yeah. But the problem was, some people, and it was supposed to be a club.
Yeah.
Well, it's not finished yet, and I might put one on again.
Yeah.
But I need people to contribute. I don't want to be the only one talking. Yeah. People need to give their opinion. Yeah. Otherwise it becomes, same person talking is one person's opinion.
Yeah.
Even I like learning some stuff. I want
Yeah.
people to say what they think. You know.
Yeah.
So, and I realize a lot of people have timing issues. You know, because Sydney's very fast.
I
You know,
Yeah, I
and
know.
people. It's always the last on your list. If I'm
Yeah.
not doing nothing, I'll jump on board,
Yeah.
and that's so timing's a problem.
Yeah.
But do people really want it? Yes, but sometimes
Yeah.
it's what they do is, you know, like, you know,
Yeah.
if you can't make time, then
Yeah.
why should I waste my time on it too? You
Yeah.
know, I mean,
No, I agree.
when there's a lot of people turning up, a lot of people inputting, I love it.
Yes.
But you know, when you know it gets tiring after a while. And
Yeah, 100%. I know what you mean,
Yeah.
man. I like in my business when I.
some people are asking, "Tell me, when's your next one? When's your next one?" You know,
Yeah.
well, you didn't turn up to the last one, so
Yeah. Yeah, I know people struggle to find consistency and time and effort. Yeah.
big thing is, Perry, people now, a lot of people, and I can't blame them, just want the answers.
Yeah.
Just like, you know, in real estate,
I know.
Perry, where should I buy? Is this a good buy?
Yeah.
What should I look for?
Yeah.
Trading, what should I buy? What should I trade?
Yeah.
They want the answers.
Yeah. No, they don't want to do the work in order for them to become.
And
Good.
yeah, that's how the
Okay.
world's becoming.
Mate, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate that. Hey, Valerie, nice to meeting you.
Nice to meet you,
Okay.
Gary.
Last question, sorry. This is regards Valerie.
Oh,
Okay. What does that mean? So for all the girlfriends and the wives and the family, I know sometimes can be tough to be with a gentleman like, you know, because sometimes in trade now he's good because he's got calculation, but for someone like me, you know, trading is not consistent. You know, especially if you have a kids or family, not finding consistent, not able to provide, can be tough. And having a supporting girlfriend is very important, I believe. So how do you deal with him? And what's your tips regards this topic to actually get the best, I would say, out of your men?
I guess give them the space, understand their passion,
Yes.
understand that when it's hours behind in
Yeah.
front of a computer, it's
Yeah.
for a reason. It's for
Yeah.
understanding the charts. It's for getting better. It's for
Yeah.
building a better life for you and your family. So,
Yeah.
yeah, understanding where that's coming from, the motivations and the, you know, the overall outcome and the overall, you know,
Yeah.
what you get in the end. It might be a long-term play, but
Yeah.
it's good planning for your future. So,
Patience.
Nice.
patience as well. Yes, thanks for reminding me. Lots of patience.
You guys been together 10 years. How long have you been
We
together?
have, and I don't want to tell you how we met because then you're going to say, oh my goodness, you do that as well?
What's that, Tinder? What's that?
No.
Before Tinder.
Okay.
Valerie was my student in my dance school.
Really? What? Wait, what? Say again? Wait, what? Say again?
Exactly.
She was
I-
your student in your...
Dance school. My dance school. Yes. I also had a dance school.
So
Perry,
what
when I
did-
do things, I don't like to be average at it. I like to become good at it. I
Yeah.
had a Latin salsa dance school. I had it for nearly 20 years. I retired only a few years ago.
You know what it sounds like? Yes, I know basic.
So,
So you had your dancing school, and you met each other, and you felt in love, and you never looked back. You still do sometimes?
she would like to do it more often, but I said, when I'm retired, you know.
My girlfriend, she liked to do it. Now I did a few classes. I know basic. I do bachata,
Yes, bachata.
basic.
I teach it.
Kizomba, you know Kizomba?
Kizomba.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Zouk.
No, I don't know Zouk. I don't know at all.
Well, it's very similar to Kizomba.
But I really I prefer to do places like that than go clubbing or something like that. It's
Yeah.
just better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kind of
Well, I did have one of the biggest schools in Australia. So
Really? Which one?
Well, it's called Latin Dance.
LDA.
No,
Latin
LDA
Dance.
is different. I know them. I know Jamie and Marsha.
Yeah.
Marsha's retired.
Yeah.
Marsha and me were partners one stage.
There you go.
Just sort of quick thing too was I even performed at the opening ceremony of Sydney Olympics
Wow.
back in the year 2000.
Mate, I'm getting everything out of you today.
See,
Hey.
when you make money, when you trade, when you have
Yeah.
a good lifestyle, it gives you plenty of time to
Choices.
do your fun things.
That's-
Having the right balance is very
Yeah.
important. You just can't be work.
Yes.
Now she's going to say to me, Tamer, remember that interview you said where you got to balance?
Yeah.
She's going to make me do things again now.
There you go. Okay.
She's going to say, can I get a recording of this?
Nice. Okay. Nice. Okay.
No more about me.
So sorry. Wow. You guys 10 years and you met when you're doing salsa. Okay. And you never looked back. Okay.
Yeah.
10 years means good relation. No, I'm with my girlfriend since 3 years. Hello, babe. And we went through a lot of challenges.
So
And
did
all
we.
challenges means, you kind of match each other needs. Yeah, so like, I'm 3 girls, blah, blah, blah.
And, sometimes I get home late and she's like, oh, I cooked you dinner, you're not there. Fair enough. And of course, I wouldn't say the secret, but what you guys did to make this relationship works for 10 years?
You want to take this one, or should I say it?
I think you better take it. Looks like
No,
you
I
have something
want
to
to
say.
both parts.
Okay,
I
yeah.
want to, because they got girls watching, boys watching, so yeah.
Well, we are very different. I guess for me, it was initially, looks. She was doing my advanced class. Well, this girl's cute,
Yeah.
So I built that. But what I realized, she tricked me. I thought, okay, she's a cute girl. I didn't realize how smart she was. She's got a couple of degrees. She's super smart. She's super supportive.
Yeah.
Patient. She's easygoing, not high maintenance at all.
Yeah. Which is good.
Remember this, what I'm saying, okay, please. She's very supportive, and you need that.
Yeah.
In a business where sometimes you need patience for it to grow.
Yeah.
You need a supporting partner,
Yeah.
and that's who she is.
Truth. Valerie, what about you? What do you think is to make a relationship work? Because 10 years is good.
I think firstly to play to each other's strengths.
Yeah.
So when he's driven and I'm laid back, that
Yeah.
that kind of complements each other. So don't ask for more than what your partner is, because
Yeah.
you find the way that you guys work to your strengths.
Yeah.
The second thing is
You should become a therapist. Good.
the second thing, I forgot what the second thing, I think it was about patience. So allowing your time, the space for yourselves to grow into who you want to
Yeah.
be. Because you see your future plans, but you can't get there in a second. You have to
Yeah.
lay the foundations to get there.
Yeah.
So, allowing yourselves to become that. And also thirdly, encouraging each other.
Yeah.
Because you value yourselves. We come from completely different backgrounds.
Yep.
We do completely different things.
Not much
Yeah.
in common.
But,
besides dancing.
And that's, I guess, is the attraction.
Yeah.
Happen, you know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
love my girl because she's not like me at all. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I...
It is part of the attraction, yes. And it's complementing each other. It's keeping life interesting, but supporting each other and encouraging each other in how you see, when you see them do something really well,
Yeah.
you might not understand it, but it's something that's important to them.
Yeah.
So give them the support and the
Yeah.
encouragement that it deserves.
So she talks more than me.
More you guys talk, more I want to know. Okay, that's the last one. I'll stop, okay?
Basically, we're both mature, experienced too.
Yeah.
If we're young, it probably wouldn't have worked as well.
Yeah.
So for young couples, they just have to be, with maturity, you get more comfortable with who
Yeah.
you are and who your partner is.
Okay. Which compromise
Ah.
you guys went through in order for you to last in a relationship?
Well, he likes to sit in the dark. So he likes the whole apartment lights off. I
And she
like
likes-
the apartment's lights on.
We've got Christmas lights all over, like 24 hours every day. Even during the day, there's lights on. Christmas lights. She doesn't want to be in the Christmas
You
lights.
gotta save electricity to trade now, Andrew. So okay.
Light up your life.
Keep. So okay, that's one of the any other compromises.
Sharing the responsibilities. So I don't cook so much. He cooks a lot. So I've got to learn how to step up there. He's got to learn how to be patient with me in the kitchen. We understand who the head chef is
Yeah.
and who the support chef is. It's just like being a jigsaw puzzle.
You're being too nice. Compromises. She leaves the remote control wherever. I like the remote control in a position where I can sit. With her, where is it? I panic. If you're organised, then we wouldn't have to look for it.
This is what it's like going out with an ex-police officer.
No, this is great because what I believe is a masculine energy, which is like logical, the
Yes.
structure, and there's a feminine, which is more emotional and more like, I would say, and it's all needed.
Yeah, well, variety is a spice to life. So
This make me feel good because my girlfriend is the same. So, which is good. All right. Hey, I'm going to put the link below of these two amazing couples. Thank you very much for your time, guys. Thank you for coming in, mate.
Thanks, Terry. Great host.
Do you want, what do you want me to put in there? Instagram, YouTube, what have you got? What are you doing?
Wherever you feel like,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm going to put all the links. You can follow him. And I hope you enjoyed this interview. Thank you very much, everybody. Ciao.
Bye-bye.